Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It is Saturday, so we're going to be getting down with the Bad Batch. Not sure where Man Fandom is tonight, but we'll have to catch up with him on the next one. But man, this was an absolutely fantastic episode. And am I going to go and echo real quick? Let's see what happens when this pops in. I did not go in and hit mute. Oh, Daddy's home. It's already muted for me. I love it. I don't know why. Sometimes it's muted, sometimes it's not. But yeah, I absolutely thought this was a fantastic episode. Loved every minute of it. And yeah, I can't wait to talk about it. What's up, Peter Griffin? I see you out there. You like this one? I know it wasn't quite Omega's fault this time. I mean, obviously she had to chime in and be like, of course we have to go save him. But I blame this one more on Echo, man. He's the one who kind of pushed it. Echo was making this happen. And Echo's been having some problems lately anyway. So I think Hunter was just kind of trying to sate him a little bit and make him happy. But man, everybody in the crew's got a voice, and I was loving Wrecker going back and forth. He was killing me this episode. Well, this is the Bad Batch episode 14 called War-Mantle, and we open on the run with a clone getting chased by massives and stormtroopers through the woods of Darrow, and he eventually gets caught. But I noticed this clone was a bit stronger than most. Like, it took 2 blasts from the stun guns to bring him down, so there must be something special about this clone right out of the gate. And before he was captured, he was able to set out a beacon signal to call for help. And so he ends up getting caught. But we pan over to Hunter flipping his knife around on the Marauder. And it was cute to not only see like Omega working on the Gonk droid still, not giving up on it, but also when she saw Hunter flipping that knife and twirling it around, she tried twirling her little screwdriver around, trying to mimic him. I was like, oh, that's just adorable. I love little Omega. I can't help myself. But they receive a transmission from Rex, who needs their help, and Rex seems to be in some trouble himself. Like, if he's calling for someone else, then they must really be in a bad spot. Like, you think if they get through this mission okay, are they going to have to go and save Rex next? It kind of seems that way, because my man was looking like he was on the run, so I don't even know what's going on with that. What's up, AK? I see you out there. How you doing? You see this latest one of the Bad Batch? You liking it? You loving it? I think this was definitely one of the best episodes yet. They were crushing it. I was loving it. Hitting on all cylinders. It was pretty dope. Pretty dope. Man, I downloaded some images trying to get them on here, but I don't think on this one I can share them until I might have to upload or upgrade to the professional one or whatever, because I don't think they're just going to let me put on backgrounds on this one. I have to check it out. I might have to jump on the OBS too. Maybe I'll get a few more things, a few more options to do it. Because yeah, it'd be cool to be able to put the pictures I'm talking about up. But downloaded all those for nothing. Doesn't look like I can do it. Oh well. But Hunter is, as usual, a little leery about heading in with so little intel. And Echo says Rex wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important. And Tech reminds him they're in the middle of a job for Sid at the moment and still need money for food. And if they do this, they don't get paid. I was like, you think they're wishing they would have taken that money from Hera's family now, out here like in the middle of it, and have to make life or death decisions on the fact that they don't have money for food or gas? It's like, that's what I was like, always take the money. Like, what were you doing not taking the money? Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we must stop for a second and praise homage to the great one. Are my eyes deceiving me? Could it be? Is it the one, the only John and Ghost in the chat? Johnny, what's up, brother? It has been way too long. Oh, DJ 6 days work this week. AK put me, why do you hear? Do me a favor, when you end the stream, you're going to join my Zoom. Fuck yeah, brother. Absolutely. We'll definitely do that. Oh, man. My man, Johnny. Nothing but love for my brother from another mother across the pond. It has been way too long. That's awesome. That is awesome. Good to see you, my man. Oh, you watching the Bad Batch? Got to get in on this. It is amazing. And for everybody that took the time and have seen Rebels and Star Wars Rebels and the Clone Wars, we're getting so many sweet cameos from those. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. But yeah, for sure, they should have taken that money from Hera's family. I mean, my goodness, it's expensive to run a crew out here in the galaxy. You need gas, you need parts, you need all sorts of stuff. And like they said, you gotta eat. But yeah, it was kind of like I was saying, it was kind of cute to see Wrecker going back and forth, agreeing with all sides. It's just all Oprah style, like, you have a point, you got a point. Like, Wrecker's on everybody's side. And when is this crew going to start trusting like Hunter's instincts? He hasn't been wrong yet, and he said he had a bad feeling about this one, but nobody's going to listen to the head of the crew. It's like, man, he's running this crew for a reason. My man's got those skills, he's got those instincts, and he's got those ESP feelings. You got to listen to him now and then. But back on Camino, the Empire is shutting that shit down, and They are done with clones, but they don't want anybody else to be able to use them, so they are clearing out the facility. And Tarkin tells Crosshair to keep an eye on the Communulans because he says they have their orders when the time is right. And I'm like, well, what orders are they talking about? Like, do they have orders to just kill all these cats? I was like, that was kind of crazy. And I was caught a little off guard when that little young clone asked a question, and he's like, Mistress Nala Say. I was like, wait, what? Mistress? Like, just exactly what is this alien doing with these little young clonelings? I was like, why are they calling her Mistress? I was like, that was kind of crazy. But Mistress Nala joins Prime Minister Lama Su to learn that the Empire has indeed canceled all their contracts. And Nala thinks they'll be able to just pick up some new clients, but Lama Su isn't so naive. He's like, no, he's not gonna, they're not going to let us go start up another war for somebody else. Like, we're all dead. But yeah, in case something like this happened, like, shouldn't the Communulans already, like, if they're this smart, shouldn't they have already had like an escape plan at the ready, or at least their own function of the inhibitor chip to like have all the clones in the facility fight for them if need be? I'm like, why? How can you have an entire facility, basically a world full of clones, and be able to get got like this? Like, dude, just hit your own inhibitor chip button and like have them turn on the troopers and definitely Admiral Tarkin and take his ass out. I was like, how do you have like a whole facility full of soldiers and get got like that? I didn't get that one. I did not understand that one at all. Hey, what's up? We got Savantiva Major in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. He said, oh, dude, Anakin. Oh, Anakin was definitely a product of the Mad King. He had to be. Like, how is he not? Because he turned all the wrong ways. But yeah, I don't understand. Like I said, how you're gonna make clones for war, and all of a sudden have anybody be able to take you over or take you out? Like, you should have had that on the back burner, just ready, just in case. But yeah, just you got an entire realm full of soldiers being trained. Just fight back, or at the very least, Lama Su should have like his own personal guard surrounding him at all times. Like, anybody in that position should have bodyguards. You're constantly selling to warlords and people and fighting, and yeah. How do you not have your own special crew around you at all times? He should have had the Bad Batch like protecting him. Forget putting them out there on missions and letting them go. Like, yeah, you stay around me at any and all times. I ain't trying to get it. But the boys arrive at Dora, and they recover the beacon, but see that they're too late. The Reg has been captured, and Hunter follows the tracks to a mountain and says there's something inside. And they investigate a little bit closer and find that it's a secret Imperial military base. Not only that, but they've updated the new clones armor. And I totally thought when they were like passing those binoculars back and forth when they were looking that one of them was going to drop it and that was going to like give them up and they were going to get seen. But nope, they held on to it. Should have known they're the Bad Batch. They don't do that unless you're Wrecker. But again, Hunter wants to do the smart thing, but Echo's not having it. He's like, you did it for me and I want to do it for him. Like, what do you guys think Hunter should have done in that situation? Like, they have no idea if this cat's in there and if he's alive, but you're going to put your whole crew's life on there just to go check it? Like, I don't know. I get where Echo's coming from. Like, if they wouldn't have done it for him, he'd still be in there and all screwed up. So I get what he's doing. He's catching some feelings. But, man, Hunter, I don't know. He maybe should have went back and tried to get some more intel on the situation before just running right in. And he knew it, but he knew where Echo was coming from, and they are the Bad Batch, so let's get it. But they alert Omega and Wrecker what's going on, and of course Omega's like, wait for us, we're coming too, and Hunter has to remind her, like, no, you're staying there, you're our backup, chill out. And do you get like the feeling Omega's going to end up doing something rash without thinking and making the situation even worse at some point? Like, I just feel like in the next episode, like the way she's always so, we're coming too, we're going to do this, I can do it. She's going to do something rash and put this whole crew in harm's way, I think. It's going to be crazy. And how can she be so impatient, yet she's supposed to be like such a great strategist, can beat everybody in that game, but yet she has like the patience of a tick? I don't get it. It's like, how do those two correlate together? Oh, man. The man says, you know, someone loving them like my man. Oh, that's awesome. But the boys break in and retrieve the Reg, no sweat, but getting back out was a little more problematic. And while hacking the system, Echo notes something odd. The base only has 50 clone commanders, but 1,000 TK troopers, and no one's ever heard of a TK trooper, so I don't even know what that is. And then when they meet CC-5576, we find out that this is not just any old clone, but it's our boy Gregor from Clone Wars and Rebels. He was in both of them. He made a cameo in both of those as well. So yeah, that was another sweet cameo we got to see. So everybody that has seen those got a big sweet. And I bet a lot of people that has seen those might not have even recognized it. But just that tick and I'm talking a little raspy and crazy, it's what stuck it for me. It's like, oh my God. And yeah, if you go back and see what happened to him, it's crazy. But I was loving the breakout scene. Like, it had a real Star Wars-y vibe to it to me. Like, it reminded me a lot of when Han and Luke were breaking out Leia for the first time in Star Wars. Like, that one kind of took me back. I was loving this episode. And then Tech tries to redirect the troopers, but ends up setting off an alarm. And that's when they find out that these troopers are not clones at all. They are real people. And Gregor explains that clones are soldiers from a republic that doesn't exist anymore. These new recruits come from all over the galaxy and swear allegiance to the Empire. And it was kind of creepy to hear him say, like, there's an endless supply of them. Like, they're just a bunch of meat bags, meat sacks, basically ready to do the Empire's bidding. Like, that was kind of crazy and kind of a little touch on reality. It was nuts. But back on the Marauder, we see why Wrecker never complains about being left behind in a mission. He is stone cold chilling. And Omega's like, how can you be so calm? He's like, just resting up before charging in. I was like, oh man, Wrecker knows what's up. It was kind of funny to hear Wrecker say, like, I'm sure they have everything under control. And then we transitioned to the Bad Batch just running for their lives. That was pretty sweet. I mean, pretty much a Hollywood trope, but that was spot on. Had me cracking up. And again, it's pretty adorable when Wrecker like hands the wheel over and says, keep her steady, kid. And she's all, I'll do my best. Like, she's such a little trooper, dude. I love Omega. And then she's like, I can't hold it, getting ready to lose it. And right then Tech comes in all Tech style. He's like, that is sufficient. I'll take it from here. Like, I love the little stuff like that in the show. Just kills me. Oh, they got to have a season 2 because I'm having too much fun with this one. But then, of course, the true star of the show comes out to shine, and that's right, it's Gronk time. It seems like that all that fiddling around that Omega was doing on the droid is coming to fruition as Gronky comes to save the day by powering back up the engine that failed. Like, I knew that droid was going to end up being more than just a Wrecker dumbbell. It was good to see Gronk get in on the action and help our Bad Batch out. That was dope. He was definitely the true star of this show. And they come back around and get Echo on board, but when Hunter made the leap, he couldn't quite make it as Imperial ships were closing in fast and Tech had to move out. And somehow the sick one falls all the way to the ground and lives. Like, I guess Gregor was wrong when he said they couldn't live through that jump because my man made it. I like that little touchback. Kid, you guys got to get that little callback. Like, he ended up making the jump and a voice said he couldn't. But although he lives, he realizes this is a losing situation, and he orders the rest of the crew to bounce as he's surrounded by a legion of stormtroopers. And of course, Omega cries out no, but good soldiers follow orders, and my man Tech gets him the hell out of there. And back on Kamino, Admiral Tarkin catches Nala Se gathering the crews to leave the planet. And when he confronts Prime Minister Lama Su, he pulls the switch and says, the Empire needs good scientists. It doesn't need senators. I was like, oh, snap. You guys think when he left and closed that door that he had Lama Su killed? Like, we never heard the blasters. And if you don't see a body, then it's not necessarily dead. But I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think those troopers killed Lama Su behind them doors? What was really going on back there? Oh, man, it was, I don't know. I think my man might be done. Like I said, we have no use for senators anymore. But is that what the orders were from the beginning? Basically to murder off all the Kaminoans? Like, if so, again, I ask, why not just turn every clone against these troopers and fight back? Like, if you know you're about to die anyway, go out swinging. Like, you got an entire army at your back and at your helm. Even the little kids are ready to be soldiers and know what's up. Like, just have them all fall in on these troopers and you'd be sweet. I mean, you'd be out. I just don't get how that didn't happen or that wasn't part of it. So it looks like Hunter has replaced Gregor in his old cell, and who comes for a visit? None other than that evil bastard Crosshair. And some seem to think that he's going to want to be back into to the Bad Batch. He's like done with the Empire and wants back into the crew, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I think he's just here, just evil and just happy to get Hunter, and he was ready to take Hunter out, you know, right before he left the crew. So I don't know. I think he's might going to want to try to kill Hunter, and Hunter will end up getting the better of him, and I think it might be old Crosshair who dies. But I don't know. What do you guys think is going to happen with that situation? Because it's going to be nuts. Like the way Crosshair said, I wanted the whole crew, but you'll do. Like, I don't believe he's ever coming to the batch. I think he's gone. But all in all, I thought this was an absolutely fantastic episode. What do you guys think? I mean, I thought this was absolutely amazing. Oh, man. Yeah, we had fun with that Loki one. Oh, logic equals Loki. Loki trolling with the absolute logic behind the DJ's innocent. Now enjoying this, man. Definitely. I'll be looking into that as soon as we get out of here, my brother. But yeah, you guys like this episode? I thought it was, I mean, this is definitely one of the best episodes of the season, I thought. And I am super excited to see episode 15. Who do you guys think the cameo is going to be in episode 15? We're going to get a Bane. We're going to get a girl. Man, we got to see what happens with Mistress Nala Say. Like, why are these kids calling her Mistress? That was just creepy as hell to me. What a trip. That was crazy. But yeah, I had a blast with this one. Absolutely loved it. And yeah, man, I can't wait to see what happens. Cameos. I mean, are we going to get a Vader sighting in the next one? Are we going to get Boba Fett finally hit the scene? You know, our man Rex is going to come. Is Ahsoka going to make a sighting? Are we going to get everybody? Is the next two going to be like a two-parter, kind of like the last one was with Hera and her family? Are we going to end on a two-parter? Are they going to be longer? I mean, oh man, what's going to happen? I'm stoked. And like I said, I hope they don't wrap it all up too quick, and I hope we actually get a second season out of this, because I am enjoying the hell out of the Bad Batch. And I hope you guys are too, and I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic weekend, and it only gets better from here. And we're definitely going to be back on Tuesday talking about the boys. And for all my old schoolers, I'm going to be firing up an extra one next week, and I'll be talking about that new Master of the Universe series that they put out, the first part of that, because yeah, I was a huge He-Man buff back in the day, and yeah, we're going to get on and talk about it, because that seems to have the interwebs all fired up at these times. So yeah, that'll be a fun one, and we'll definitely be back talking about the we'll be back on for the boys on Tuesday for episodes 3 and 4. So make sure you watch the boys. We'll be doing that on Tuesday. And then we'll also be sneaking in another one. It looks like they're going to be showing, oh, God, I can't even remember right now. New movie the Suicide Squad. Yeah, it looks like the Suicide Squad is going to be coming up, so we'll obviously be firing up a stream on that. So yeah, if you haven't so far, make sure you subscribe, click that bell, and stay tuned, because we're going to be firing and going. Yeah, we got all sorts of stuff coming up. So again, hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic weekend, and it gets better from here. Until next time, be easy, everybody.